Hmm. Rainbow Dash, Applejack. Nah. Okay, I want to leave AJ last since if this is a dating game, I want to romance her. I would definitely romance her. I'll see Fluttershy. Walking through Ponyville and reading your list, you decided to go and find the Pegasus pony in charge of the music for the festival. The list says he lives outside of Ponyville in an old cottage made to look like a tree. It looks nothing like a tree. You approach what you assume is the cottage. It's the only house outside of Ponyville that you can see, and decide this must be the place. Continuing to walk, you examine your list as you begin to double check. Although the Pegasus that lives here is in charge of music and a parade, you can't see any musical instruments or any other ponies for that matter. However, you hear a lovely voice from behind the cottage and decide to go and investigate. It has some nice music. As you walk behind the house, you see an orchestra of woodland creatures and birds being led by a yellow Pegasus pony. You decide to meet this must be the pony you're looking for. Okay, now, it's your turn. Remember, right? I can't do it. What an amazing voice! As badly as you need to talk to her, the pony seems rather busy. Well, interrupt loudly. I'm gonna scare the crap out of her. I'm gonna interrupt quietly. Maybe if I stop her before she starts. Excuse me? As you lightly approach her, the animals scatter. Fluttershy lets out a gasp before turning to face you. Oh god. Eep! You startled her far more than you had planned to. You smile nervously. You only want to talk to her. You didn't mean to scare the birds away. Oh, whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt anything. She begins to shake a little before looking at the ground. And she seems to have no interest in talking. Still, maybe it's best to start with introductions. Well, my name's Dragoon. What? Are you Fluttershy? She mumbles something that you can't understand and looks away. Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. What was that? Yes, I'm Fluttershy. What a great name! Fluttershy, that name really suits you. Oh, thank you. Well, at least I got her to talk to me. So, Twilight sent me to check up on her friends who are preparing for the celebration. You're in charge of the music, right? Like, it's coming out great. Thanks, you've been working extra hard for the celebration. Ooh. I don't really want to be mean. Are you the silent type? You're not talking much. Have I said something wrong? I'm sorry. I have to get back to the animals. I mean, if that's okay. We have a lot of practicing to do. It was nice to meet you, Dragoon. Fluttershy gives you a small wave before walking away to find her animal friends. You suddenly feel as though you have gotten off on the wrong hook. Maybe she'll be easier to talk to next time you see her. You give Fluttershy one last look before turning around and beginning to make your way back to Ponyville. Yeah, screw you then. Rainbow Dash. I probably would have been more silent with her, but I don't want to romance her. Walking further to the center of Ponyville, you find yourself in the middle of what appears to be the shopping district. There are food stands, accessory shops, and even a store dedicated to quills and sofas. All out of quills. Want a sofa? They have plenty of sofas. Ponies are busy going on their daily routine, shopping for anything they need. It couldn't and hard to take a look around. You start towards a nice-looking tie shop, but there's one thing holding you back. What? Was that the game? That was the weirdest noise I've ever heard. You should have forgotten that you haven't eaten since awakening this morning, and your stomach is very unhappy. The tie shop can't wait. Oh, no. The tie shop can wait. It's probably best to find something to eat first. Approaching the nearest vegetable stand, forgetting your lack of funds, the colt running the stand gives you a smile before speaking. Welcome, friend. You must be new in town. Care for a free sample? Oh, yes. The growls of your stomach is all the answer he needs. The colt laughs and holds out a stalk of celery. On the house. You give a sheepish smile. Although the celery isn't enough to fill your stomach, you're grateful for any amount of free food. You reach out to take a bite when... Look out below! Ow. Before you sink your teeth into your meal, your only meal for the day, your vision is blurred by a streak of rainbow flying at what looks like the speed of light before crashing into the cart, covering you and the salesman in debris. Annoyed, you and the colt look at the cause of the crash. A rainbow-maned mare slowly lifts herself from the debris. Her head still spinning, but otherwise unharmed. She shakes her head in an attempt to clean herself up. Still covered in vegetables, she smiles nervously. Oops, sorry about that. And the music gets upbeat really quickly. What in the hey, Rainbow Dash? This is like the third time this month. Rainbow Dash's head falls in shame, and the colt is obviously upset at her for having done this more than once. And the yelling is increasing, as is the size of the crowd. Lay off! You feel bad for the stand owner, but Rainbow Dash looks like she's on the verge of tears. You muster up the courage and decide you're the only one who can stop this. Look, I know you're mad, but it was an accident. I'm sure the two of you can work something out if you tried. The colt turns around and sighs. I can never get through to that mare. I'll let you off with one more warning, Miss Dash, but this is the last time. The colt turns his back to you, packing his saddlebag with anything that isn't ruined, and walks away from the wreckage, muttering about how he isn't going to fulfill his quota at this rate. Happy to catch a break, Rainbow Dash lifts her head and manages a smile. Thanks for that. I don't think I've met you yet. Oh yeah, my name's Dragoon. You're Rainbow Dash, right? Oh, awesome! You already know me. Must have been all my amazing tricks in the Young Flyers competition. The Pegasus Pony stands proudly, sticking her chest out. Unfortunately, that isn't really the case. You don't know what the Young Flyers competition is. You smile a little nervously. Well, actually, I just know you from what Twilight told me. Oh, that egghead? And why did she send you to meet me? You begin to explain to her your misfortune. And waking up, bleh. It is so hard to read all this text. I wish they kind of voice acted some of this. Or maybe he couldn't afford voice actors, whatever. Waking up outside of Ponyville with no memory or bit into your name. She seems angsty, or antsy. Angsty, she's angsty. She's almost bored with this story. I am too. Pawing at the ground, but she never looks away. Well, that's okay. Ponyville is the craziest, most happening town in Equestria. And more importantly, if you haven't figured it out, I'm the fastest pony in Ponyville, and I plan to dazzle the town with some of my amazing tricks at the Summer Festival. Talking too fast. Can I see? Actually, if you wouldn't mind, I've never seen any Pegasus tricks before. Would you mind doing a trick or two? Just two? I got about 100, Dragoon! And I've trained with the Wonderbolts before, the greatest flyers in all of Equestria. They've taught me tons of spectacular moves that'll leave your jaw hanging, so you better be ready. You want to see some now? Well, okay, so long as you're not busy. She lowers her body. Trust me, I'm never too busy. The Rainbow Mare shoots herself in the air, kicking up dust, causing you to cover your face. When you look up, or when you look again, Rainbow Dash is doing loops in the air, and a rainbow trail following her every move. It's a beautiful spectacle to say the least. She swoops back around and quickly runs past you with no more effort than a trot. She turns back around and rushes you, stops just short of your muzzle. Whoa! So how was that? Bet it was the coolest thing you've ever seen, huh? Wow. You stand there in silence, your jaw dropped and eyes open. You've never seen anything quite like that. And it shows. Rainbow Dash giggles a little, happy that he managed to impress you. Yep, that's the power of the greatest flyer in Ponyville. Now Rainbow Dash stands there proudly, and you can see why. You shake her. Oh, you shake your head when you realize your jaw is still dropped, smiling nervously as you still at the still giggling pony. You're a pretty cool pony, Dragon. I'm a dragon. I can't wait to hang out with you. With that, Rainbow Dash lowers her stance and takes. Alright, kicking the cloud. You can read that. Watch till the dust clears, the trail's gone, and then you continue on your way.